from 3BH5A. So for today's video, I will discuss my answer towards the 3 questions in our final exam. Honestly, there's a lot I have realized in this subject, which leads me to important things I've learned. First, the love and sacrifices of our loved ones, which I see on Rizal on how he sacrifices all despite the fact that he might die. He accepts the consequences because he loves our nation, not just in our nation but also in his mother whom he respects most. He motivated to study well because he has a main goal to cure his mother's eyes, which gives me a realization that despite the fact that we must be tired of everything, we always look back to the goal that we set because these sacrifices at the end is the best story to be shared. The second one is the value of education. Education is indeed the one asset which can never be taken away from us and could also advantage to our nation. The objective of education, according to Rizal, is to raise the country towards the peak of splendor as well as to keep improving the minds of the public. Third is being observant. I've learned so many things through reading Rizal's travels. He used his learning as a source to assist us to perceive Spaniards' abuses of power pertaining our country throughout his travels. Rizal was a very observant person. He was able to take precise notes. With this, he was led to see and realize how Spaniards were maltreated the Philippines. We therefore must sustain observance and to obtain information that is essential to our foundation as well as our own experiences as Filipino citizens. Lastly, we can fight without violence just like Rizal. He proves that pen is considerably more powerful than blade. And he didn't even fight the Spaniard with violence, but in general, I admire how Rizal sacrificed his life for our country. We should be proud of our identity, of being Filipino, sa isip, sa salita at sa gawa. Because all of the Filipino patriots, not only Rizal, died for the sake of our independence. We should acknowledge them and yet never forget them. This is the things that I've learned in this subject, and I'm really grateful and proud that I am Filipino. As a Filipino citizen who lives here in the Philippines, I will apply these things I've learned in my everyday life. Being a student, I will use my platform to educate young Filipinos that we are grateful today because of the bravery and sacrifices of our Philippine heroes, especially Rizal life. Just like Rizal, I will be also observant in everything to the things that are happening inside and outside the country. He's been on the journey gathering information and experiences, and that knowledge was based on his observation in other countries. He used it to reveal the truth about the predicament of our country. It highlights the fact of where we are at the moment. As the result, it empowers me to choose which is the best leader for our country. We therefore must sustain observance and to obtain information that is essential to our foundation, as well as our own experiences as Filipino citizens. Lastly, education is very important. That is the reason why I study hard today despite the fact that there are problems that I encounter. Just like Rizal, he never gives up, and I use him as inspiration that giving up is not an option because one day I know that all my sacrifices will be changed into happiness. Yes, I'm deserving to pass this subject because I took time and effort to learn this subject. I am a working student and my time is limited. Not just like a regular student, I need to manage everything so that I will not be left behind in all my classes. And this is not just based on how you pass the subject. The matter the most is what you've learned in this subject and how you will apply this in your life. I am grateful that in this subject I have learned a lot which can help me and lead me to share my knowledge that I have taken in this subject.
Thank you for watching.